What are the absolute worst foods out there that are causing obesity, causing us to gain weight, preventing us from losing weight if we're trying to? Today I'm going to talk about the 10 most obesity-causing foods. If you are trying to lose weight, it would be a really good idea to start eliminating these foods from your diet as much as possible. White bread. White bread comes from flour that has been refined and bleached. Most of the nutrients in the bread are completely gone. Most of the fiber is gone. So without the fiber, it's actually not going to fill you up as much. It's going to cause your blood sugar to spike, so you're going to feel hungry again sooner. So this is the hamburger buns. Most of the bread that comes when we order a sandwich or anything like that is just that plain white flour bread. And that's an obesity-causing food because it's empty calories, it doesn't contain nutrition, it doesn't contain any fiber, and oftentimes it also contains sugar or high fructose corn syrup or something like that in addition. So if you can cut out white bread in favor of 100% whole wheat breads, and especially sprouted grain breads, which are really your best option, that'll be a huge step in stopping yourself from continuing to gain weight so that you can actually start to lose weight. Cereal. Now, cereal is one of those foods that most people turn to for breakfast. They're usually packed with a lot of sugar. And again, they don't contain a whole lot of nutrition. So even if it says it's a whole grain, you really want to look and make sure that it's a 100% whole grain. Because oftentimes the cereals that we're eating in the morning, they're spiking our blood sugar because they have all this sugar in them. And then that's going to cause us to be storing fat. But then also, they're not actually going to sustain us or keep us filled up. We're going to be feeling hungry again sometime soon. I know this personally because I used to always complain, Mom, I don't want to eat cereal. It just makes me hungrier. And now I kind of understand why. And it's because of that pretty severe spike to your blood sugar that causes the storage of fat and then also causes you to get hungry again sooner. So if you can try to cut out those sugary cereals, especially first thing in the morning. Last thing you want to do first thing in the morning is spike your blood sugar. So if you can go in favor of fruits in the morning, or maybe a whole grain oatmeal or other, hot grain cereals like that, that'll be a big plus for you in terms of trying to lose weight. The next food is the diet or low-fat version of some other food. So for pretty much any food that's out there on the market, there's also another one sold next to it that's the diet or the no sugar or low-fat version of the other food. The reason that these foods are on my list of obesity-causing foods is because that they generally contain a chemical additive or chemical flavor so that they can get away with taking out the real sugar and putting in an artificial sweetener or something like that. So they're actually usually more detrimental to our health. Not to mention that they're still going to contribute to different issues with spiking our blood sugar, especially things with artificial sweeteners. They're going to cause that insulin response that's going to drop your blood sugar, and then they're actually going to make you hungrier later. So when I used to be a Diet Coke drinker, I would drink a Diet Coke because I was really hungry, and then I'd find that I was way hungrier. And that's because even things with artificial sweeteners, we think that we're doing something healthier for our bodies, but really and truly those things are not helping us lose weight. And they're going to make us hungrier later. They're going to make us feel like, oh, I had a Diet Coke with my lunch, so I'll go ahead and have dessert too. And all these different ways, they're actually just contributing more to obesity. You're going to be way better off to just actually have a natural fruit or vegetable instead of the diet version of some other food. The next obesity-causing food on my list is fried chicken. Now, I love fried chicken as much as the next person does, but this is really, really a bad food if you are watching your weight, and especially if you're trying to lose weight. You've got a rancid oil that they are cooking the chicken in at a really, really high temperature, which has its own health implications. You've got a refined flour that they're breading the chicken with, and then once you've actually deep fried that chicken, most of the nutritional content in it is killed by that extremely high heat. So the alternative is always going to be baked chicken or whatever it may be. The baked version is always going to be way healthier. And in terms of weight gain and, creating fat in the body, fried foods are one of the absolute worst offenders. So if we can cut out fried chicken and other fried foods from our diet in favor of the baked alternative, that'll be a big plus for us. The next item that I want to address is those sugary coffee drinks that we find really all over the place now. You take a cup of coffee, but then you add in a whole bunch of cream, a whole bunch of sugar, and some of those drinks have 800 calories or more. We're talking you've just had a drink, and that's half of your calories for the day. Really, these different coffee drinks and other flavored drinks are really a source of a lot of hidden calories. Like, we don't even realize how many calories we're consuming when we have them. So my tip is to, if you're a coffee drinker, enjoy your coffee by itself. Maybe you put some sugar and some cream in your coffee, and then enjoy your sugary treats on their own. When you're compounding the coffee and the sugar, the caffeine and the sugar, you're really kind of waging a war on your body and really going to make it hard to be losing weight. So if you're on a diet or you're trying to lose weight and you're still drinking, these different sweetened coffee drinks, mocha, frappa, hoo-ha, whatever, is really, really, really kind of going to be not helping you lose weight and really contributing to a lot of weight gain. Candy. Now, I, again, love candy just as much as the next person, but we're kind of in a day and age where people are really hungry, and so they reach for a candy bar, or throughout the day they just munch on candy all day, or you have a bowl of candy on your desk and you just kind of eat it all day and you don't really even maybe realize how much you're eating. But candy, of course, that's kind of a no-brainer in terms of being obesity causing. A lot of sugar, a lot of fat, who knows what all kinds of different additives and other food chemicals that those candies may contain. But especially when you're hungry, don't reach for candy. Reach for fruit. That's probably the most easy thing. Pretty much no preparation involved with most fruit in terms of how fast you can pick it up and just start eating it. Also, carrying fruit with you or vegetable slices with you or something will be a really good way to, when you're in that situation and you're really starving and usually you stop by the vending machine to get a candy bar, you actually reach for a piece of fruit or something instead. And that's going to be a huge step in contributing to losing weight and stopping you from gaining weight. French fries. So French fries, you're starting with the potato, which is not a very nutrient-dense food. When you look at nutritional density of different vegetables, potato is actually pretty low on the list. And then you're deep frying it. And I discussed earlier some of the problems with frying foods and the dangers there. So French fries are one of the worst offenders, also because we eat them all the time. We're usually eating them in conjunction with another food that has a whole lot of calories as well. And so at the end of the week, maybe we don't even realize how many servings of French fries we've had. So my tip here is if you are still eating in fast food restaurants, which I would recommend not doing, especially if you're trying to lose weight. But if you are, go ahead and order your food without the French fries and just get your burger or whatever and don't order the fries. Usually you're going to fill up on just the burger alone. The fries are kind of that added bonus. Yes, we all love them, myself included. But if you're trying to lose weight, eliminating French fries would be a really, really good step in the right direction. Pastries, donuts, and other confectionery delights are the next food that I want to address. Now, at this point, you've probably noticed that most of the foods on my list contain a lot of sugar or a lot of high fructose corn syrup or other sweeteners. They usually also contain refined wheat or refined corn. All of these things that spike your blood sugar are going to cause weight gain in the body. So once you've eaten something really sugary, your body's flooded with insulin, trying to deal with all that sugar. And there's a certain point where there's only so much sugar your cells can use at one time. And all of that excess sugar gets stored as fat. So when, if you just kind of realize that if you're spiking your blood sugar, you're storing fat. And that's kind of the underlying message of all of these different foods. So looking at pastries and donuts and all these different things, again, usually consumed at breakfast, which is the worst time to be spiking your blood sugar. Not only do they have that sugar content, but also the refined wheat that's not going to have any fiber, that's not going to actually satisfy your hunger or sustain you for any period of time. So a little while later, you're going to actually be hungry again. All of these things contribute to weight gain, and recognizing that spiking your blood sugar is causing you to gain weight, it will really kind of maybe bring some clarity to why all these different foods are on my list and help you understand why you want to eliminate those foods if you're trying to lose weight. Potato chips. Now, potato chips are basically French fries that got packaged up, had some preservatives added to them so they could last for a while, packaged and shipped off to you so you can enjoy them later. So again, you're taking the potato, which doesn't have a whole lot of nutrition to begin with, and then you're deep frying it and packaging it for long-term shelf life. There's really no nutrition in them. And, another way to say that would be that they're empty calories. And again, empty calories are fatty calories. These are calories your body can't use. This applies not only to potato chips, but also to corn chips. Really any kind of chip that you get in a bag is usually going to not have a whole lot of nutrition in it. It's going to contain a lot of fat from all of the different oils in the chip. And in that way that it's empty calories, it's causing you to gain weight. It's not healthy. You're going to be way better off having some fruit or having some vegetables, especially since you're pairing it with another food. You're eating it in conjunction with something else already. So cutting out potato chips in favor of fruits and vegetables, my absolute favorite thing, is going to be a really good step if you're trying to lose weight. The number one obesity-causing food is actually not a food at all. It's soda pop. So with soda, you're taking refined corn syrup, and sticking it in a can so that you can immediately consume all of those calories. Again, those are empty calories that turn into fat when you consume them. Soda is the number one most purchased item in American grocery stores. That means a lot of people are drinking a lot of soda. And this is just one of the worst offenders in terms of making us gain weight. We're spiking our blood sugar with absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever. And we're usually, again, consuming them in conjunction with something else. We don't just, have a meal of soda. We're having the soda in conjunction with our meal, which is its own deal. But soda is a lot of excess calories, no nutritional density whatsoever, and really contributing to weight gain. If you can realize that soda pop equals weight gain, and start eliminating sodas or replacing sodas with water as much as you possibly can, that would be great. You really don't want to be consuming sodas if you're trying to lose weight. Again, even the diet sodas are not going to contribute to you losing weight. In a future video, I'm going to break it down and tell you the real causes of obesity. Losing weight is a 3-step process. First, you have to recognize what's making you gain weight. Then you have to stop doing those things that are making you gain weight. And then you can finally address how do you start losing weight. So in a future video, I'm going to tell you what it is that makes us gain weight so that we can stop doing those things and actually start losing weight. All right, guys, I'm Karina. Thank you for watching. I hope that this information was useful to you. Please leave me a comment letting me know if this was helpful or not, or if there's another food that you expected to be on the list but wasn't. And rate this video if it was useful for you. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that you can catch all of our different videos looking at obesity, weight gain, and all of the other wonderful topics. Thanks a bunch.